Hello and welcome to another episode of DragonHeisters in the garbage world of Waterdeep. I am Alexis. I'm your co-DM for this evening. And, well, yeah, we're going to get into it here real quick. A few quick announcements. Just a reminder, we have merch! Make sure to check out our store on Nerdware and use the code word the discount code Dice Priori, all one word, all caps. Apart from that, starting tomorrow we are on a 10-week hiatus of The Ghost in the Machine, and tomorrow we have we have an episode of we have a one shot of Modern Age run by Chase called Feral Hogs. So, tune in for that. It'll be a riot. Other than that, Matt, you want to talk to us a little bit about Animal Helper? Matthew, you're muted.
Thank you. I don't know why that was muted. Thanks, folks. Oh, thank you, Variant Rolls, for the raid. You're all so sweet. And not enough chest. Ooh, baby. Well, anyway, so I'm Matthew Foreman. We're partnered with Animal Helper, and I think it's next Wednesday we're doing the charity stream for Animal Helper. Is that correct?
Yes.
So check that out. We're trying to raise some money for them. They always need money. They help special needs animals, which are animals that require long-term fostering care and intensive vet needs. Emma, take it away.
Hi, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. And you should follow me there to find out all the cool stuff I'm doing. And tonight I am playing Mixed Magpie, our terrible disaster manipulative queen. And that's that.
And my name's Chris. You can find me here tonight, and you can find me on Mythos Mystery Society this Wednesday. That's a YouTube channel and Twitch channel here, where I will be running a game called The Demented Days at Danvers, and it'll be horrible and horrifying. It'll be a great time. I'm playing Jerok, and don't forget, in the Dice Priori merch store, you could get your sack of Devourer Rocks that you can use anytime you'd like. Devourer Rocks will probably be available sometime by somebody.
Nope.
And
not a thing. Nope, not a thing.
Not a thing yet.
Oh God.
It'll be $19.95.
Stop.
Handling not included because they're very heavy. So,
oh my God.
Gotta pay a little extra there.
There's money to be made, guys. I am Ty. I am the co-DM here at DragonHeisters. I'm also playing Hamish Samson, the cleric of the group. He's a cleric. You can find me here and on Twitter at Ball and Brawler. You can also find me at the Mythos Mystery Society, both on YouTube and on Twitch, and also now on Apple Podcast, where every episode we've made has now been uploaded because I'm not in charge of it anymore. So
every single
episode we went from having 2 to like 30 in course of a week. So come check it out on Apple. We've got a variety of game systems and a variety of GMs, so it's a good time.
Alrighty. So before we go into the recap, we are going to roll our intro video, people. So enjoy!
All right. So, last week on DragonHeisters.
Yeah, I'll do it. Last week on DragonHeisters, the party, after they decided to bring old Schemo back after taking him from the hotel where he was staying to the Troll Skull Manor. They, the group of Hamish, Johnny, Magpie, and Jerok, they set him up in Magpie's dungeon, tied him up, decided to wait for Syl to come back with Tomrin before doing any actual interrogation. Syl had decided previously to be injected with a sort of cure that was derived from Mimic. Shortly after re-entering Troll Skull with Tomrin, figured out exactly what that entailed to an extent by turning into a cheese-eating rug in front of Jerok and Hamish.
I forgot that.
The party then decided to go to the basement and interrogate Schema, where they found out that he was, in fact, working under the orders of a Manchun, a very powerful wizard, and that's where the blood had gone. Promptly thereafter, Syl slit his throat and killed him, and the party, well, not really the party, Jerok and Hamish then took the body, filled it with rocks, and dumped it into the ocean, as they're wont to do. Syl and Magpie had a moment together, shared a, well, I wouldn't say it's a tender moment. They shared some kind of moment where Syl turned into a sentient whip. Hamish went to bed early after drinking, and Johnny returned back after a night with Barnabas Blastwind, where he sold out the rest of the Zentarum that was staying for a good sum of money. And I believe, and then crawled back into bed with Hamish and said some things to him that Hamish was definitely still asleep for. And I believe that's where we ended, with everyone falling asleep for the evening. Did I miss anything?
I think that was it. So, the bar that you see on Twitch right now, that Matthew is kindly adding, is, so thanks to some lovely demands on Alexis Attempts art, if we get to 5,000 bits, I will give Chase a goth makeover live on stream on an Alexis Attempts art. So,
Oh wow.
there you go. There's
Got
that.
inspired somehow, huh?
So if you would like to see our beloved Chase here at Dice Priori get a goth makeover, send those bits our way.
And we start with
There we go. Sorry.
It is around usual time for the Garbage Liars to wake up, around 11:30 a.m. And I think first, let's have Hamish and Johnny wake up. Probably around the same time.
Sure. Good morning.
How's it going? I didn't hear you get in last night.
Oh, well, you know me, sneaky. I'm doing good. It went well. I got a bunch of money, so we're good. And I will show Hamish my big bag of money.
Holy, weren't you like repaying us not getting arrested, and you made money?
Well, you know, I'm very persuasive, especially when a man wants something from me.
Hamish looks through. Yeah, but this is like a lot of money. That's very impressive. Nice job.
Thank you.
Chris?
Yeah. Oh, good. As you wake up, you see there are two little slips of paper that have been underneath your door. One says Johnny, the other one says Hamish.
Hey, I don't like this.
What is this music about right now?
Oh,
no.
I can't actually hear it. Go on. It's far worse than I imagined.
The pieces of paper say roll initiative.
It's
No.
it's a lot of
I mean, the
intrigue.
music said roll initiative, basically.
Hold on.
Okay, so if there's a note under the thing and one is addressed to me, I shall pop it open and read it.
You read it, and all it says on it is where we took our first job.
Oh. Took our first job. Okay.
And Hamish will grab his and read it as well.
Hamish opens it, and it says, where you found me.
Interesting.
And it's in big, blocky, not well done handwriting.
Nice.
Thank you, Charisma, for the bits.
I'm gonna look up at Hamish and say, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, based on the large and messy handwriting, I would guess it's Jerok.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah, well, maybe it's like how he does his breakfast thing. Maybe it's like a spread picnic. We all go out and listen. I don't know.
Where we took our first job. Does he want me to? I guess he wants me to go there.
Probably, yeah. I assume he wants me to go where I found him.
Why is he being cryptic and weird? Jerok! I'm gonna cast a message for Jerok.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start pointing around the house. Jerok! Jerok!
No answer.
Where is he?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't think he's at all these locations, so maybe one. If I had to take a guess, I don't know.
Do you think he wants us to go separate? Oh! Do you think he's luring us out and getting us separated so he can murder all of us?
God, well, no, I don't think he's like as cunning as that. He'd just kill us in our sleep, I think. Just eat us open. If I had to guess.
Right. You're right. I mean, I don't care if he kills me as long as he chokes me to death. It's fine.
It's fair. I'll make a note of it.
Do you guys stay in bed or get up, start your day?
Yeah, get up, start my day.
Yeah.
All right, great. We'll head over to Miss Magpie and Syl as we go to the dungeon. How's it going?
How's the dungeon going?
How's the old dungeoning?
Boy, howdy.
So Magpie will go ahead and wake up. Is Syl still in whip form?
Yes.
Perfect. Great. Why don't you? Could you tell me where you're located currently?
Sorry, I was just double checking the mature content filter was on. It was not. I flipped it on. We're good now.
Good. Good.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Repeat the question, please.
Where is Syl in relation to Magpie?
Still. How well do you sleep?
Oh my god.
Do you toss and turn a lot?
Depends on how drunk I was. Pretty drunk, so no, I probably didn't move.
Okay. So probably didn't either.
Okay, great. So I will wake up and I will gently move my arm and whisper into, I believe it was the handle where your mouth was located.
It was in multiple places.
Perfect.
First it was in the handle, and then later it came out at the tip near your ear.
Hey, moving
'Cause,
mouth. That's great.
You know, it's great.
Good morning. I don't feel great, but perhaps we should wander upstairs and find food or, more alcohol or something.
Syl is going to sort of uncoil and kind of revert to their natural state.
Hello.
Morning. Sorry, what were you saying? I was still sleeping.
Did you sleep well?
I think so. I've never slept as an object before. Did not know I could hold my shape that long.
I'm not sure what to say to that, so congratulations, I think.
This is all weird.
Yes, yep, it is. I would like to wander upstairs and perhaps find some... Maybe we could be the nice ones and go get breakfast.
Sounds good.
Okay.
As you walk towards your door, you see 2 pieces of paper slipped under the door. One addressed to Magpie, the other addressed to Syl.
Oh boy.
I will hand Syl their note, and I will open mine.
Mixed Magpie, yours says, at your front door. It looks like a first grader wrote it, but
What does mine say?
where we almost ran away.
I'm gonna look at Syl, like flip the note around. What the fuck are we? Is this a scavenger hunt? Are we going to go do? What does this mean? That he's gone? What does this mean?
I show her mine. What is this about?
I'm gonna burst through the door upstairs.
And as you go upstairs, you kind of meet Hamish and Johnny as they come down the stairs, and you see on the bar there's a spread of pie. And there's sausage pie, there's boysenberry and brie pie, and there's, of course, a porridge pie.
Oh God! Real quick, thank you, Miwa, for the 500 bits, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say.
And there's one
Oh.
one more rolled up piece of parchment that's just sitting right by all the pie.
What the cinnamon toast fuck is going on?
What cinnamon toast?
Sounds awesome.
You've never had cinnamon toast? I'll make it for you later. If you're good.
This is
Is it a euphemism?
No! Like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah. What is this all about?
I'm gonna pick up the scroll, but I'm gonna hand it to Hamish and say, I don't know, he's your friend. Perhaps you should read this.
All right, sure. I'll pop it open.
Roll a No, I'm kidding. Go. You open it up and it says, "I've gone shopping. Come and find me."
Yeah, it's fair. He went shopping.
Shopping again.
Wait, he went shopping, but I have this note that says to my front door. Does he mean he can't mean the manor, can he?
This just says. Did you all get notes too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
What did they say? Were they just random locations with no verbs or nouns?
Yes.
Yeah.
And a severe lack of specificity.
Probably some capital letters and some lowercase letters just scattered throughout. It looks like, you know,
Peppered in.
like you clipped them out of a magazine.
Mix Magpie, I think you've only ever had 3 front doors. The front door to your basement, the front door to this manor, and yeah, funny. And the front door to that you left your blood mark on.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I was in a very different state of mind.
So those are the 3 doors, your 3 front doors to check.
And this one says, where we almost ran away. Who is we? Is we Jerok and whatever's inside Jerok? Is it me and Jerok? Because I don't recall ever trying to run away with Jerok.
Wait, all right.
That
Well,
is a
if
thing that
Jerok-
makes no sense to me.
If Jerok wrote these notes, then we can't overthink them.
Yeah. Didn't you and him kind of do a running away thing at the docks with the golden guy? Wasn't there some kind of entanglement there? Near the church, near the water. That's the most I can think of.
I guess. Try to.
I know where I'm going.
Yeah, same.
What do yours say?
It says where we took our first job. I'm assuming he means me and him together, which that's easy.
And mine's where I met him. It's up in Northwood. Northwood? Castlewood? It's around there. Probably old business. I'll find it.
Two massive sections of a huge metropolis.
And so you have quite a lot of ground to cover. You're just going straight to the yawning portal.
Yeah.
Mixed Magpie, you have maybe 3 different doors to investigate, 2 of which are basically done.
Correct. So I guess I'm going to my estate, which is fine. I haven't been back there in a while.
And I'm sure you've already had your one of your front doors thoroughly investigated recently, so that should narrow that down.
Yes, he paid well.
Oh, I thought it was more of a them. I'm gonna look over to Syl.
Suddenly I have tea and I'm sipping it.
Well, I'm going to the yawning portal. I will see you beautiful people later. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah. So yeah.
Stay salty. I leave. And before I grab like half of a pie. And then I leave.
I'll grab a pie for the road too.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a pie for the road actually. A whole one.
The old road pie.
The old pie.
The old road pie.
I've done it a million times.
Road whiskey.
I'm just
Road whiskey.
I'm like, oh thanks. And then I'm gonna leave.
Are you each going separate ways? Never mind.
And we should go to our separate places and then meet back here. And if we haven't found him then we'll find him perhaps at a haberdashery.
I mean, right. Or
Yep.
the pie place.
Or the pie place, or a hat place, literally any place.
Or he probably went to that weird place where he gets the weird food if he's out shopping. Or maybe he's just shopping. Anyway, bye!
So do you all leave?
I do.
I leave.
I had
I'm
straight...
gonna take a quick look at the front door on my way out.
You
don't
look
think
at the front door, and it's made of solid wood. Looks
Okay,
nice.
thanks. I'm gonna
All
leave.
stained. Yeah.
What you do see as Johnny and Hamish leave is right outside of our front door. There is still your rug, bloodstain in the middle, rolled up and thrown outside from the events of yesterday.
Absolutely.
Does it look really obviously covered in blood?
No, there's just a big bloodstain in the center. It's not
And a hunk of cheese.
yeah. If someone
No, there's just a big blood stain in the center.
a little bit though. I imagine it being like a burgundy, like reddish rug, maybe. So like,
No, but actually, yes.
Yep, correct.
so yeah. I mean, it's not like
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on my way to do something, but it probably isn't gonna do much, and then I'm gonna keep walking.
Still, did you leave or stay too?
Just going to sit and contemplate the note and eat a bit of pie.
Great. She leaves. Oh, or stays. In my head.
She is a they.
She, they, he and she, they. Johnny,
Yes.
you go up to the yawning portal, and you walk in, and it's morning for us, but it's about 1 p.m. and it's kind of like a lunchtime crowd, or the crowd that just is there early to drown their entire sorrows away, because it's the afternoon at a bar.
Perfect. I am going to go straight to the booth where we first met Volo de Tharm Gomper, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Gomper.
And I'm going to go to straight to that booth.
Great. The bartender approaches, the one with the mountain dialect from before.
God damn it.
Well, hey there. He said you'd be coming today. He bought you a drink already, and he puts down a large dark ale with a bunch of dried meat floating on the top.
Oh, wow. It looks delicious. I've never drank this in my life. Okay, great, thanks. And I'm going to find another empty mug and just pour it out slowly to see if anything falls out.
It's not that smart. Nothing falls out. But the bartender does say, oh, yeah, and by the way, he said to give this to you, too. And it's a little box with another note on it. He wasn't too good at writing, so he asked me to write it out for him and just to hand it over to you. So, yeah, seemed kind of weird, but here you go.
Okay. I will open the box and read the note, or whatever the hell's in the box.
Sure. So you open the note, and if you check your messenger, you see your note, and you'll find what's at the bottom of the box.
What's in
Over
the
there.
box?
Feel free to read it out loud, or not. Ignore any typos.
I'm not allowed to feel things on this channel. It's in our user agreement. You all signed, if you remember.
Inaccurate.
I will read it out loud, even though... okay, yes, I will read it. Johnny, you are the strongest thing that I have ever seen. Don't get me wrong, I looked in the mirror and I know that I'm strong, but you are stronger. You taught me that it means to have strength of character. What it means to have strength of character. You have loved, lost, and yet still live. You kept going where I didn't. You took on what this world threw at you. You came out on top. You won. You were stronger. You grew stronger and learned to love again. You are strong. I am weak. I ran away from what defeated me before. I cowardly distracted myself, hiding here in the real strength of others. It's your strength of character and love for Hamish that gave me permission to give into darkness. The darkness says to feed it blood, and it'll make me stronger. I need the strength, Johnny. I can't be weaker any longer. I can't let them take what's mine anymore. Yet in my weakness, I found strength in my brothers, you and Hamish. You've been nice to me. The day we met in this tavern, I noticed no one could take their eyes off of you. Sure, you're a smoking hot, bro, but it's more than that. Your strength shines off of you the way sun reflects off my expertly oiled body. Thank you for your love and your acceptance. I can no longer accept how weak I am, but I can finally accept that I need to move on. I don't know how you feel about being a father, but if my son makes it out to you, please teach him how to be like you. Oh no! As a father, I would be proud to have a son just like you. Take care of Hamish for me. Your best buddy, Jerok. And then I will, pocket the vial of oil.
Great. That's it. We'll move on to Miss Magpie. You arrived at your front door.
Okay.
You see a squatter on your front porch, passed out with a bottle of booze on his hand, leaning against your still bloodied door.
I'm gonna sort of nudge him with my foot.
Ah.
Ew.
Close his eyes again.
Excuse me.
Can't you tell a guy sleeping over here?
You're on my front porch. I'm going to need you to leave. You can do it right outside the gate, but...
Hey, look, I was paid to be here.
Oh, good. Do you have a note for me or something?
He finally opens his eyes. Oh, yeah, you're the shiny horn lady. Yeah. He starts rummaging through his pockets, and he's an old, not an old guy, but you can't tell his age because he's covered in filth. And he's rummaging through his pockets, and he's like, oh, is this it? No, that's not it. And then he finally is like, oh, yeah, got your box. And your box. He's been sitting on it.
Good. I'm going to hand him a gold and say, here, why don't you go that way and off my property?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'm done. He goes out, walks, and you have a fence, right? It's a manor. He just goes outside the fence and sits back. Just right in front of your house.
That's fine. I will sit on the step and open the box.
Open the box. And you see a letter that says this. And there's an item inside. There you go.
Am I checking my messenger? What am I doing?
Yes, that's what I sent in Messenger.
Oh, okay. Hold, please. What is the... Or I guess I'll read it before I... Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Should I read this aloud?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Miss Magpie, it was here that you caught my eye and swept a 7-foot, almost 400-pound Goliath off his feet, and I am very agile. It was the shine and the glint of your horns as you embraced violence and revenge, as you painted in blood across your very own door, that I knew that's my kind of woman. And it wasn't till now that I realized that the beauty in that moment was more than your shiny horns and the blood-soaked fingernails. The real beauty was how you embraced your freedom. The freedom given to you for fulfilling your vengeance. The freedom of no longer being tied down to destiny that you didn't want. The freedom of the freedom from the tyranny of your father dictating how you should live your life and how you should be. What I saw that day was freedom, a freedom I crave now too. My vengeance fulfilled my destiny in my hands. Part of why I so desired your affection must be because you have something I so desperately want. When you and I had a falling out, I realized that it is because I was infringing upon the freedom that you so desperately fucked for and earned. And for that, I am sorry. I got these for you at the same place I got your whip. May you never feel shackled. And may you always be free. I got these. Okay, you said that twice. May you never feel shackled again. And when you see these, always remember that you are free. Hopefully, you can use this to help open up the manor. This time, you can be the one doing the shackling. I hope, when all this is done, that I can still remember you. Jerok. And
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, just you see the item at the bottom of the box.
All right. Those are badass. All right. Well, Magpie is probably going to first take a look around to see if anybody is noticing. And if no one is, she is probably going to have herself a solitary cry.
You look around, that squatter's still up the sidewalk.
That's fine.
Then feel free to cry.
That's exactly what she's doing.
We're gonna go to Syl. Syl, how you doing there?
Syl was muted. Syl is going to finish eating their pie a bit. Not take too long, but and then Syl is going to change shape into, let's see. She is going to become, they are going to become a female tiefling, quite tall, with a deep burgundy skin, long black hair that is cut kind of asymmetrically, more short, like right about chin length on one side and down to a waist on the other, and has bright copper eyes. She has these two deep, almost black burgundy horns that come up across the back and around and curl kind of about her ears. And she is a bit on the, well, the kids these days might say she's dummy thick.
Okay.
And she's going to head out to the ship, where she and Jerok were basically given a job offer.
So you head over there and you see the three ships are still at port, and there are jugglers outside, and they're walking, juggling knives, blowing fire, and there's a small crowd that has gathered around them, and they're just out there performing.
So as she approaches, she basically tries to find some sort of place to hide, more or less, and just kind of watch what's happening.
Sure. You find it no problem, especially in such a big crowd. But as you hide, you can see there are the jugglers, and they're juggling, and there's one props person that's kind of walking around with knives and clubs and little flags so people can buy little flags, and he's kind of just looking around like he's looking for someone to show up. And then just keeps walking, keeps doing the same circle.
Okay. Knowing that Jerok has mostly seen Val, we're just going to see if this works. I guess Syl will pop into an alley, change her appearance and wardrobe into Val, and walk close enough so that the kid can see her, try to catch the kid's eye.
Sure, you catch eyes with the kid, and he looks over to you and walks up. Hi, well, would you like to buy a flag? Or maybe a beginner juggling kit? We got a circus. We're looking for more performers.
Is that so?
Yeah.
I think that you might have something for me besides a flag.
Looks easy. Do you know a big scary guy?
I do. I knew a few, but I know one in particular.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you could take this away from me, that'd be great. I really don't want him to come back.
Right.
Hands it to you. He's like, he didn't know how to read very well, so I had to write it for him. But I don't spell too good.
That's fine. That's okay.
Great. He said you'd pay me?
I hand the kid a gold.
You see him with a mischievous smile. Oh, thank you. Backs up a little bit and runs off.
Mm-hmm.
Great. It's a small package. Small, it looks like just an envelope, like a long envelope.
Syl is going to find a lonely rooftop.
Find it without an issue.
And open that up.
You open that up and...
Searching for
find a
traps.
Searching for traps.
Not too hard because she knows Jerok. Or they know Jerok.
And that's what you find. I sent you in Discord.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It says, Syl, you're alive, and that's certainly worth celebrating. I feel like ever since we met, we have been in constant battle for our lives. It wasn't until recently that I realized how serious your battle was and how you were losing. I smile at times when I remember you and I infiltrating a circus ship. I wonder what life would be traveling with you and doing various stops, you impersonating someone, I'm pretty sure that's a typo. Johnny oiling me up for a strongman act, Magpie with her fire whip, and Hamish, well, watching. I wish the world was different. I wish there was a way I could be with you all as we traveled the world, enjoying our lives to the fullest, and rather than always battling for them. But that's not to be so. I got you this to commemorate your new lease on life. May you never fear death again, Syl. Instead, meet it face to face and kick it square in the balls and down a mountain breakfast for me. I don't think I'll be needing my room again. Feel free to rent it out. If I could, though, make one final request. Please keep one room available for my son. I hope to send him to you all one day. Your buddy, Jerok.
And in the envelope, you find
A
what you
very
see.
nice necklace.
Mhm.
Syl's going to put it on. And then underneath all her clothes, so it doesn't show that they're wearing a necklace at all.
And we go over to Hamish. Hamish, where did you decide to go?
To wherever we first met in the alley where we where you first tripped the guy who I was chasing and helped me catch him.
Yep. So you walk over there and You see a woman approach you, and she's selling bread. She goes, bread, 1 copper a loaf, bread. And she walks up.
I had a real heavy pie breakfast.
And she approaches you. Oh, you're the one, the Gilly guy. Oh.
Yeah, Yama occasionally covers it, but
Yeah, no, he told me to look for you.
oh right, yes, scavenger hunt type thing. How's it going?
My day is good. No one's buying any bread though.
Here you go. Here's 2 copper. Just keep it. You know what? I think someone might like some bread back at the house. We drink a lot. It absorbs the alcohol. I'll take 2 loaves. Sure.
Oh, and she hands you 2 loaves of bread. Oh, and by the way, there was a big man. He said when I found you to point you over there, and there's the gate that leads out into the forest from there, but right by the gate you just see a little alcove and a giant hooded figure leaning against the wall.
He will approach.
Nothing happens.
Do I recognize the hooded figure?
Oh, the body looks a lot like someone you might know.
Jerok, you is that you?
You hear
he will approach and try to gently shake him awake.
oh, that was a long night there. Hey, Hamish. It's good to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you too. You probably could have woken up. I like the scavenger hunt thing. You probably could have woke up early instead of just standing up.
I don't have time for your lecture me right now, Hamish. We got a job to do.
A job? Okay. All right. What kind of job?
Well, yeah, I see. We've been hired by that couple over there, and he points over to just a very rich-looking house towards the end of town. It's got a picketed fence, and even though this whole town is pretty much stone and dirt, they have a nice little lawn.
All right. Nice job. Okay. Going out, doing some hitting the streets, getting some new clients. I like that.
Yeah, we gotta stay ahead of the curve here, boss.
Clearly. All right. Where are we going?
The instructions say we head out to the forest. It's a missing persons job, boss.
All right. What do they look like?
Don't worry, I got the scent, boss. We're heading out. Bounty hunters, roll out, fire. Oh, done.
And ice? I don't know. We're changing it up.
Thunder,
and lightning.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the rollout thing. I think that's got something to it. That's got wheels.
Oh, yeah. It was dramatic inspiration there, boss. And he starts to lead you out.
Okay, and he'll follow.
Yep. And you follow him, and he's very quiet because he's kind of being more of like a bloodhound and smelling the ground. You see him pick up the ground, and I just see people do that, boss. I don't know what that really means, and he just keeps following his nose, and he follows it to wherever you've taken us.
Yeah, he follows it to a small outcropping in the forest. It is deep within the trees, but there is a clearing about 50 feet in diameter all the way around. And what do they find there for what you were hunting? The missing, what missing thing do we find there?
He kind of follows all the way to a tree and he goes, "Oh, boss, I don't think we made it in time." And he pulls out a little doggy, but it's a little eaten up. Missing persons case was for a doggy. Yeah, boss, we were supposed to find this dog for these rich folk, and I don't really know how it got out here, but our motto, we bring them back.
Dead or alive.
Alive, yep, boss.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll pay something. As you guys are standing there having this conversation, you feel the ground beneath you begin to rumble. Slowly at first, and the vibrations begin increasing rapidly. What do you do?
Is it directly underneath me, or do I feel it where it's coming from?
Coming close. It is headed your way. You could definitely feel that with your...
Yep, I run over to Hamish, and I stand right next to him, shoulder to shoulder. and I get out the claws. And I'm going to activate the Crimson Red on the claws and
Okay, so you
jump
transform.
out. Yep.
All right, Hamish draws his sword. The rumbling increases more and more, and then right in front of you, shooting up, you see a creature of pretty decent size with silver gray plating. It's got a large mouth. Seems to be some sort of, almost like a metal shark. 4 feet. Roll initiative.
I can't put the old dice.
Nice one. Okay.
I now have +1 initiative.
I have
17.
negative
8
1.
plus 1.
Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Well, sorry. What did you get one more time?
17. 16 plus 1.
Yeah, it's not bad. I got with my bonus. I got a 14.
You started and then stopped. Oh, there it is.
No, it should be playing again. Yeah, I reset it just because I was doing 2 things at once. And this thing. Ooh. Okay. It's bonus. All right, you see this thing. It is now in the air above you. This large creature.
In the air above us, huh?
Mouth open. Its imposing size beginning to fall down. What do you do?
It's not within reach.
Not yet.
I will use. Oh, I got something right here. Blood Curse of the Marked. Like bonus action, I look at it. I mark an enemy within 60 feet, and I deal double Crimson Right damage until the end of my next turn. And I will hold my action to attack until it gets closer. And I'll look to Hamish. Oh, it's just like old days, huh, boss?
We haven't fought one of these things before. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it feels good. We haven't done a lot of actual hunting since we joined up with this crew. And he is going to. I can still just do this up. He holds out his hand with his shield on it that has his symbol of these 6 bones tied together. And his spell begins to form. And right next to this, I think I can do this on the same turn. I think we talked about this last time. You see a giant crab claw form. It's giant and red. And it's next turn, right? For spiritual weapon? I have to check the spell again. Give me 1 sec.
On casting spiritual weapon, it does make an attack.
Okay. So you see the...
It is a bonus action.
Right. So you see this giant hand crab claw form, and it begins to it tries to smack this thing right after my D&D Beyond refreshes. Okay. And it smacks it hard. Hardish. Ooh. Okay, my power went out. And you see it just smack the face of this thing and kind of send it slightly off trajectory. And it's its turn. It slams down next to you. Okay. I believe you to make a saving throw, Jerok. You will get your attack after.
Okay.
Okay. You need to make a dexterity or strength saving throw, your choice.
Oh, might as well go strength because I rolled a 6 and that makes an 11. Can you still hear me or no? Oh yeah, I don't hear Ty.
Ty froze.
Yeah, is he frozen for you?
Oh no.
Oh no, Ty. F in chat for Ty.
He said my power went out.
Oh no, his power went out?
Well, he said that briefly earlier, like when he was talking.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, how are you still on? I
Yeah.
was confused.
How did that? What's happening?
Let me see here if I
Please.
have a little thing. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Absolutely no different. What happened to
In
my-
the meantime, feel free to get your bag of Devourer rocks
Oh,
soon.
oh, wow.
I'm not fixing the cameras, folks. We're just gonna wait for Ty to come back.
Wouldn't that be great if you guys actually started selling bags of Devourer rocks and it was your top selling item?
What? Why would people buy that exactly? I'm confused.
Please no.
What's
Well,
the
I mean,
angle
Selena bought rocks.
That's true.
Yep.
What's funny
Do
is
that, Alexis Temsart can embroider a nice bag.
those rocks will actually interact with the teleport spell pretty well. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, I kind of figured that they would. It's kind of actually neat. They're just rocks, but
Yeah.
they would help.
As long as they were taken from 30 days, yeah.
Ty just texted he can't get back into Zoom.
Uh-oh.
Okay, tell him to fuck off. No. It says he can't get back into Zoom. I didn't kick him. Why couldn't he get back into Zoom?
He says, give me a sec, guys. My power turned off twice, and I lost my internet 1 second.
We're doing
Oh, no.
so great. So,
Super
folks,
great.
buy our merch. Subscribe.
That's right.
Subscribe to this channel
For sure.
so we can support our growing drug habit.
You can tell people about your items. You can tell them about your items if you want to talk about it.
No, I'm keeping that one secret. I'm a hoarder.
Yeah.
I'm a hoarder from way back.
What?
But
That's right.
I love my item.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. It was a doctored up one between me, Ty, and the internet.
Mine are awesome. We can talk about mine.
Go
Do
for
it.
man.
Okay.
I got, we can also, well, no, it's okay. You know what? We're going to leave it. It's canon now. I got shocking shackles. So while someone is shackled, they will be subjected to random shocks. And I will have to roll a d20 to see what happens with it. And I will re-roll every 2 minutes. The DC to break it is either 15 strength roll or using a safe word.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
That's
Okay.
really good.
Okay, I'll tell you all what I got since we're sharing. Johnny's
share.
really good at sharing, so I'm gonna share.
Sure.
Sure.
There we
You're gonna
go.
So
tell
good
us
at
like
sharing.
the opposite of what you got. You're gonna make up an item right now and be like, "That's what I got."
I won't say anything different.
Body oil of adoration. Somehow you are incredibly attractive. Your incredibly attractive features have become more attractive. Everything that looks at you for the next 10 minutes must make a saving throw or be automatically charmed by you. Oh no. If a species, blah, 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 they regard you as their true love, all charmed. 3
Wow.
applications. That's bonkers.
Good. These are great.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to ask you to repeat that later because I was a little focused on fixing this action tracker.
Oh, sure.
Folks,
Ooh.
Ty lost his power. I'm not actually
That's
sure
right.
why, because he lives like 10 minutes from me. Well, he lives like an hour from me, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right.
it's like a little.
There's no storm or anything, though?
whatever, Emma. Mind your business. You live in Vermont or wherever.
I live in the middle of nowhere. It's not storming here either, in case anyone was curious.
It's not storming here either. In a
Sounds-
completely other side of the United States than Emma.
Yeah, it's not storming here either. I'm assuming Ty is lying. He just didn't want
Chris?
to play anymore.
Yeah, Ty's priority is coast to coast, by the way, if you were wondering.
That's right.
Chris, is this a single-use item?
Single use. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ty's back.
Hey.
I didn't
Hey.
have to fix a fucking thing.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, my power
It's
died.
back. We're
it died
good.
once, and it was fine. Then it died again, and screwed up my internet, so I had to reset it.
I think we're doing really great.
Yeah. You needed to. I don't know where I cut out because I was kind of just talking.
11 total. Strength saving throw.
Not. Are we streaming still?
Yeah.
We-
No.
Yes.
We deleted the channel.
Cool. Good. Smart.
Fine.
Good, because we was about to get nipple heavy right in this last episode for me.
Nope, not a thing.
Just privately, Ty. It's fine.
You failed, and Hamish did fail at all. Okay. Okay, not ideal. So we are both knocked prone.
Great.
Knocked.
Perfect.
Oh,
to the
boy.
ground. We also take. I'm gonna scoop up a little bit of damage here.
Come on.
We each take 17 points of bludgeoning and slashing damage.
Oh, I'm resistant to it.
Good to both of them.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. As long as it's not silver and not
Okay.
magic.
They are not silver.
we go.
Indeed, they are not silver. Okay, and as you land, your attack, roll it. Roll your attack for your held action.
Math. First.
I think you have to. Can you attack from the ground, guys? How does that work?
Prone.
Yeah. attack from the ground.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Not great, my man. 6 plus 5 plus 1. So 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 12.
That's not gonna do it.
Nope.
This is how we go.
This is how we go. This is it.
It's your turn again now.
Oh, great. I'm gonna attack the snot out of it.
All right.
I'm gonna do
You're gonna get up. You're prone.
yeah, get up, half my movement.
Okay.
We're probably in combat with it, right?
Yeah.
Just double checking on my claws. I get to make 2 attacks, right? Even if I'm not being a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I still have a bonus action then. Yes? When you already have the claws out. Yep.
Sure.
That's it.
You know
Good.
your character. I don't know mine. You don't know.
Maldic, double damage. I'm going to do the same thing. And I attack. Come on. 9 plus 6 is 15.
16 is not gonna do it.
Man, I attack it again. 14. That's better. 20 total.
20 does hit.
Okay. And I will roll. It gets this. 3. 3 and 3 is 6. 3 electric damage. So 9 plus 3 more is 12 damage. Woo! 12 and plus 3. Sorry, 15 total.
Okay, 3. Hamish begins to pushes his sword into the ground and stands up. This is I hope this job pays well because this is a little more intense than maybe I was hoping for.
You've gotten soft.
He looks to you also bloodied.
Yep.
There's been a lot of pine, not a lot of fighting, unfortunately, in the recent days. And he's going to. No, I'll use one. Ooh. No, he's going to attack with his sword as regular action, then use spiritual weapon as his bonus. Okay. Hits. Not amazing, but it hits. 18.
Mm-hmm.
3 plus 6. Okay. All right. 6 damage. You see Hamish slash it with his sword, and then the giant crab claw attacks it as well. But it misses. It goes real wide and just totally biffs it. And it's this thing's turn again. And it is going to try to bite at you, Jerok.
Okay.
Ooh, but it goes wide. It is stunned by the flurry of attacks you and Hamish have wrought upon this giant, shiny metal creature, and it just misses entirely. What do you do?
Oh, I say the blood makes us stronger. And I attack again. I change dice. 18. That's much better. 18
That
plus
hits.
6.
That
Yep.
hits.
And I roll d6s for these, not d4s. 6. 6. That's a 12. That's awesome. Plus a d4. That's where the d4 comes. Plus 3. 13 plus 3. 16 total for the first attack.
16 total. Okay. Yeah.
Second attack.
Done.
11 plus the 6, so 17.
17 just barely makes it.
Oh yeah. That's a 1. Plus 5 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. Plus 3 is 11.
11. Yeah, once more you rake your claws against this thing, and it's looking pretty. There is blood now flowing through it. Your claws have managed to penetrate its chitinous exterior.
It sees the blood eyes glow from glowing red to a big, deep, bright red.
Hamish is going to do the same once again. He's going to attack it once with his sword. Hits. And attacks once with his... That one does... what's it plus my... What's my bonus for this thing? Spiritual weapon. Okay, that does hit as well. Plus 5. Or no, plus 6. Okay, both of them hit. 2, 8, 7, 14. Both Hamish and working in tandem with this crab claw just both rip this thing apart, kind of stabbing his sword into the same wounds you've already made.
Yeah.
And the crab claw just kind of grabbing onto this thing and just squeezing tighter and tighter. It's not looking great. It jumps into the air for its attack. And I believe, let me double check. Yeah. You're gonna have to make another dexterity or strength saving throw.
We're gonna go strength. That's a lot better. 16 plus 5 is 21.
That's a lot better as well. Strength saving throw for me is, yeah, okay. We both make it this time, learning from our previous error. We take 5. Only 6 damage, slashing and bludgeoning.
Yep. And I half that, yeah?
You half it again, yeah. We both halved what the original attack was. You half it again because of your... Hamish is also looking a little beat up right now. There's definitely a little blood seeping through his armor.
Okay, hold on. And I maintain control.
I don't... Good call. I don't think I've
check on that one.
It's a good call. Alexis, what color is my blood? I don't know if I've ever asked that.
What color do you feel like it would be?
Oh, probably either a light blue, a gray, or maybe a green.
Then it's that.
Oh, it's a weird mix. No, let's say it's a bluish gray, I think.
There you go. Then that's what it is. It's a bluish gray.
Okay. He's bleeding heavier than you've probably seen him in a while. And that was its turn. Jerok, it's your turn again.
Oh yeah, feels good to work it out, doesn't it, Hamish?
It's been a while. Yeah, it's feeling awful bloody and tiresome, but it does feel good.
And he swings again. 18 plus
Hits.
math 6. Yep, it was great. And 3. And 3 makes 6. Plus 3 makes 9. Plus 3 makes 10. Nope, makes 12. That's
12 damage.
Yes.
Yeah. You are fucking it up pretty good. It's now landing on the ground, generally missing both of us. We took kind of more damage from the tremors than it itself. But you are just going hog wild.
I am about to
this thing.
And my second attack is a 10 plus 6 is 16.
16 doesn't miss though.
That's a sad day.
Hamish is looking worse for the wear, but is going to do the same attack. That first attack with his sword misses. And his second attack unfortunately misses as well. By 1 for both of them. No, by 2 for 1. And it's the bullet's turn. It is going to bite. It's going to bite at you.
Yep.
But it goes real wide and misses. I'm assuming a 4. Was this 14 hit?
Nope. 16
yeah,
AC.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, it misses. Your turn.
All right. Look at my jaws. I'm gonna slash and bite at it. So that's the 25.
That hits for sure.
Yep. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 3 again is 9. That keeps happening a lot. Plus another 3 is 12.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Oh, right where your little crabby claw is, I'm gonna grab in there and I'm gonna kind of rip it open and feast a bit.
You eat this
while it's dying.
This very rare bullet meat. It tastes like shark fin soup, but just in a big old meaty steak form. And this thing just falls to the ground dead. You see him kind of half panting, like using his sword to push himself up.
Jerok walks up to you, hands you an envelope and a piece of paper that's like folded on top of it. Grabs your head, holds it to his, turns around. Yeah. Turns around, holds up a little piece of leather with a gold ring on the bottom. Kind of shows it to you. Turns around, ring of jumping into the forest.
Hamish is gonna say, "Well, where are you going?" And he's gonna start trying to run after you.
Didn't look back. Assume I'm a lot faster.
He'll try running for a while. Hamish will try running for. Well, he's wearing pretty heavy armor. He'll try running for maybe a quarter of a mile. Say a mile, quarter mile. In 5 minutes before he realizes you're far more agile than him, and we'll lean up against a tree, panting. And just fall down and open up the envelope.
The envelope?
Yeah.
Well, on top of the
I'll read the note first. Sorry.
Sure, you see a little note, and on that little note, you open it up, and it says, "Missing puppy. Please find Schmooky. Reward 2 copper."
I mean, I can bring the puppy back, but I don't think they're gonna like it. Maybe we just call this a wash, I think. And he'll open up the envelope.
You open up the envelope. On top of the envelope, you see a written letter.
Hamish, wow, have we been through it, buddy. Shoulder to shoulder, we've done things only the brawny hunters could do. We battled, found people, brought them back mostly dead, but sometimes alive. With one final job done, I'm afraid I'll have to retire. Sorry I can't be the partner that you need, but I'll always be the brother you have. Partners can retire, friends can come and go, but brothers can never separate. I joined with you because I needed to get stronger. I thought I needed to fight the stalks inside me, but as you sacrifice bodies to the ocean to gain your strength, I must sacrifice mine to get stronger. I don't know if I'll ever see you again. I don't think I will ever get control back after this is all done. I need my vengeance. I need to see the face of my son, know that he could taste the freedom that I was denied, that he could live his life to the fullest, be his own strong man, and love whomever he chooses. I don't know what will happen to me after this, if I will be allowed any space to even exist. But if I'm allowed to hold on to even one thought, it'll be us. The best days of my life were spent fighting alongside my brother. I never felt truer who I was supposed to be than when I am with you. Live long and watch over the others. Your brother and your thunder always. Jerok.
And that you see the same strap of leather with a gold ring on it.
And he grabs it and he looks to where Jerok went and then looks back to the town. And a tear falls, and he gives a heavy sigh and begins wrapping it around the handle of his sword as he walks back. Anything else?
Nope. You
Okay.
hear a loud howl in the distance. It sounds lonely, and it sounds painful.
All right. he makes his way back. I think probably. What do the rest of you guys do? This did take the longest. It was an actual battle. What did the rest of you guys do? Let's start with Johnny.
Battle does not take that long.
Well, it took longer than walking to someplace down
Around
the
a
road.
6 seconds.
It took
The
longer
whole
than-
fight took less than a minute.
Investigating it, finding, initiating,
Yeah,
resting.
that was
Oh, that's
exchanging.
fair. That's
It
fair.
was the whole thing that took forever.
Fair enough.
Johnny, what do you do first? You've received your note and item.
Yeah. Fuck me. I am gonna go wander the shops looking for Jerok, and then once I don't find him, I'm just gonna go home.
Okay. How long do you spend trying to do that?
An hour. Looking for him.
Okay. Magpie, what do you do after receiving your note and item?
After my solitary cry, so solitary, I will pull myself together, and I will actually just go straight back to the manor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You probably arrived there first. Well, maybe first. So what do you do?
After Syl puts on their necklace, they kind of fold the note back up and place it in a pocket. And sort of head back to the manor. And we'll try to... Let's see. Try to remember what a mountain breakfast is.
You can roll
How it
an
was made.
intelligence check if you want.
It's cocked. Okay. 12.
You remember it was gross. You remember it involved some sort of ale and meat, you think, or it was the egg one. I don't know. It was all a stomach churning affair, and it was hard to differentiate. But it had something to do with liquor and meat or eggs.
Well, if Syl gets back to the manor first, they're going to just start kind of taking things out and trying to remember how to put together a mountain breakfast in case Jerok comes back.
You arrive first and start to do that. Almost 5 minutes afterward, Magpie comes next. And opens the door and is in the manor with you. Two of you in the lobby.
Was he there? Did you find him?
I don't think Jerok is coming back. I think we saw the last of him yesterday, and I think that was it. I think he gave in to whatever it is that he had inside of him. I found another note and a gift, and the end of the note, it said, "I hope I can remember you when this is over." So I can only assume that he is gone in more ways than one. And Magpie will probably start to cry again, but will sit down and pour herself a drink of sorts. Liquor of sorts.
Do you want a mountain breakfast?
Gods, I really don't.
Should we make our own version of a mountain breakfast?
Yes, I think we should.
So, Syl will start putting things together and create the create a bit of a cocktail that incorporates a whole egg, a stout, various other components, shaking it up in a certain order, and for people who care about actual cocktails, it's called a flip, and just sort of set one out for each Syl, mix Magpie, and Johnny, and Hamish.
I have a question. When you make your way, when you're doing this, are you still in Valstorm, or have you shifted back into Syl in the comfort of the home? Just out of curiosity.
Istrid is around, right? So Val.
Yeah. Okay. John, after you, as soon as you finish, maybe like 5-10 minutes after you finish making all these drinks for everyone, Johnny, you walk back in next.
I looked around. I didn't find him.
I didn't either. Couldn't remember exactly what went in a mountain breakfast, so I made an approximation.
I never drank one of those disgusting things. I think he literally just dropped a whole egg in ale. I think that was a mountain breakfast.
This is a little different. There's some actual mixology involved. I've been doing a little bit of research for what we're going to be serving once we open these doors.
I just look around. I'm like, yeah, when we open these doors.
I mean, we have to earn money somehow.
I've been doing all right. But you're right. We should probably open it eventually.
What do you guys do for the next, like, let's say half an hour?
I'm going to wait for Hamish to show up and drink. Yeah.
How much you guys drinking? Enough to roll a Constitution check? How heavily are you guys drinking?
I'm waiting to have mine until Hamish gets back.
I'm waiting for... Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for Hamish.
I'm getting drunk.
Fair. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I fail.
You're already pretty drunk.
Perfect.
Maybe a little dehydrated. You've passed the bar from tipsy to fairly, like, you're drunk. Not wasted, but you're drunk.
Great.
About half an hour after Johnny has showed up, Hamish walks through the door. He is, his sword is sheathed. It's got a brown leather wrap around it now with a small gold ring. He looks pretty bloodied, and his eyes have black streaks in them.
He's not coming back, is he?
No, he's not. Not for a little bit, I don't think.
I'm gonna stand up and go to Hamish. I'm like, are you okay? You look injured.
Yeah, no, we had a job to do, and we did it, kinda. And I got his resignation. I'm not feeling great.
I will heal you.
Okay.
You heal for 7.
He looks. As you heal, how do you heal him? What does it look like?
It's healing words, so I just look at him and I blow him a kiss.
As it kind of, the spell effect kind of hits him across his face, he lets out a deep sigh and kind of, his head kind of perks up a little bit. He says, "Yeah, I probably should have tried that myself, right?" and he puts his hand glows and puts that on his own arm, and some more of his wounds heal up.
Hey, see? The power was within you all along.
Sometimes I get distracted by it. I could have done that on the way home, I imagine.
Yep, would have been a lot safer.
Yeah, but thanks for reminding me. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's what I'm good at. I'm used to taking care of guys after they've had a rough night.
He smiles. And then, kind of feeling a little bit better now. He's still a little messed up even after both spells have been cast.
So, so what? Sorry, I was gonna say. So what? That's it? We're just down Jerok. He's gone.
Unless you want to track him I tried to run after him. I got the note. I was with him, but he's very fast and he's got a great ring. So, no, I couldn't get him. I mean, unless you have any other way to contact him.
No, what am I? I don't have that kind of power.
I think we need to let him go. He wanted to go. I don't know about that. I don't think he did, but I don't think he had a choice.
Still just hands Hamish the revised version of a mountain breakfast.
He slams it. How does it taste?
Tastes way better than the original.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a low bar, but fair.
It's not bad.
Okay, good.
It's interesting. It's strong. It's also smooth and kind of not thick, but it's thicker than you would originally think just a normal beer is, a normal ale. Part of that's from the stout, part of that's from the full egg being in there.
He downs it pretty fast and says, "That's a huge improvement." The guy had many skills. Mixology, not high up on that list, unfortunately. You want to make me another? Or Magpie, what are you drinking?
I'm just gonna hand him a bottle of whiskey.
Fair. He takes it and says, "I think we should make a toast. One of us, maybe all of us. I don't want to go first." As he slumps down on the chair and starts taking off his armor.
Don't all jump in at once now. We only lived and worked and bled with him for, however long we've been here.
Sure, I will start us off. I will raise my drink and I will say, to Jerok and to treating others better, treating them with respect and dignity, and not like their children. Cheers.
Yeah.
Do appreciating each other for who they are. And the first official drink on the menu.
To the mountain breakfast.
Magpie will raise a shot. To freedom and honesty. Being honest to yourself and honest to others.
To honesty.
Yeah.
I
Shut
will,
up, Johnny.
Roll a deception check.
I will drink to that.
Your chance. Is everyone taking shots or sips? What's everyone doing?
When is Hamish gonna say something?
Well, afterward, I'm making sure before seeing how drunk everyone is. Hamish is going to say something.
Shit-faced.
I'm also saying how drunk I am.
Are we Are we taking drinks after each individual toast?
Hamish is.
Oh
I'm
God.
sipping this shot after each individual toast.
I'm
All right,
sipping my
then that's
cocktail.
what Sill's doing then too.
Hamish taking a
That's great.
heavy sip after each one. He holds up his drink and says, "To the best friend I ever had, and the only other brawny hunter there will ever be, Jerok, honey hunter Red Eye, my best friend."
Yep. Great. I sip my glass.
It's like 3:30 p.m.
Perfect.
Honestly, that's good for us.
It really is.
Usually we get to the trauma by noon, which is an hour after most of us wake up.
That's right. That's right.
So I think we're improving.
Magpie,
That's a word.
Magpie and Hamish are fairly drunk. I think the two of you are probably on the edge of. You're probably tipsy-ish by now, depending on how careful you've been.
What are we gonna do?
Drugs?
No.
All right.
Keep saying that.
I think we talked about it before.
I only do drugs. Listen, I like you all more than I did, 3 days ago when we all first met.
Fuck.
But
It's like 2 weeks. I don't know.
It's a couple
It's been like
weeks.
2 or. There was a time skip at one point.
Yeah. It's been a month. We'll just say a month.
Yeah, it's been a month or two. Probably not 2 by now.
And it's like a sitcom. You pick back up days later. But I don't feel like doing. The only drug I'm interested in doing is bind, because it's the only one I've never done before. But I don't think we're there yet.
What? I think right now is the perfect time to do that when we're feeling sad and vulnerable.
No, not that drug. Not today.
I don't know what's wrong with you. There's no way that will go poorly. Let's do it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm kidding.
I don't know that the bind is a good thing for the 4 of us, no matter what kind of state we're in emotionally.
I think it might be great to get, team building.
Into each other's traumas. Like literally inside each other's heads.
I feel like
We've done enough of that with that one spell that Mix Magpie used with me. No thanks.
I mean, I personally would love to see your traumas firsthand instead of having to, sneak in and fight them physically, maybe.
might have to do both.
Maybe eventually, maybe. I would
I'd like
just
to do none of those.
But here we are.
but
Yet
here
here
we are.
Yet here we are.
Listen, I don't have any trauma.
Roll a deception check, Johnny.
Johnny couldn't even finish the sentence. What are we-
All right. Other than drugs, what else we got?
I'm sorry?
Other than drugs, what else do you want to do with the day?
I've got some ideas.
What's that?
Involve all of us or just him?
No, my idea was we sit here and drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
What else would we do? I mean, we've hit a dead end on a lot of different things. We've
There it is. Took you a while to get there.
Dead end on a lot of different things.
You do have a potion
I am aware.
to go have fun with.
I am aware. And, yeah, I definitely took notes with whatever was said. Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure that now would be the best time. Perhaps tomorrow morning. But I do have applicants that we could review
Oh,
who want to work here.
yeah.
if you guys are planning on opening up the doors, we haven't come up with a lot in the way of a business name.
That's true. Wait, didn't we think of something before?
We did, but we were drunk.
Right. I can't remember it.
Par for the course.
That's right.
Maybe we should call it Jerok's place.
Oh, but okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So
Make it a monument to sadness, then.
I mean, it was always.
What?
It was already.
I mean, just make it official.
Yeah, really lay it on
Monument
thick.
to sadness. The subtitle.
We could add a better subtitle, like, you know, a place for nightly pleasures, or where you romance and.
Hamish,
Fuck.
are you still going to do this whole Brawny Hunters thing?
Nah. I'll take, you know, if there's any old clients, I'll still hunt. But I'll just be Hamish Sampson, private bounty hunter.
So you are going to do bounty hunting still?
No, I don't want to advertise it. I don't want to. Not for now.
So are you doing something else then with all of this?
Well, my marketable skills are that I can destroy things. I can.
Right.
A bouncer.
Yeah, see, there you
There we go. Bouncer.
Got it in one.
We need someone to make sure that Johnny and I are safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be the muscle.
Well, and Syl, but I'm less worried about Syl.
Yeah, I'm
Will
defenseless.
be the bouncer they're not expecting to be a bouncer.
Still turns into a gun.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh boy, howdy. Yeah.
So, do we
There
want to
There are jokes there I'm not making.
Don't do it. Not yet. Are we, okay.
All right, bouncer. Two, I guess, managers. You two, like managers / workers. You guys are hiring people.
We will have our own set of clients, but
Yeah.
Syl seems to really be the manager here and who will
I'll be running the books and such.
right.
Like accountant and like anything else. And we just to get it on like paper, words.
I think that's
You know what?
everything.
Why don't you let maybe I'm gonna boop.
Oh, no,
I'm
boo.
gonna boop Syl and be like,
I want you to roll a dexterity check.
oh
So
no.
drunk.
Right in the eye.
Amazing.
Right in the eyeball.
Oh no.
Oopsies. Wait. That's a 5. So
It's almost directly in Syl's eyeball. Just-
Oopsie daisies. I meant to boop your nose. But you have a few of them right now.
I grow a few more I grow a few actual more noses just to mess with her.
Terrifying.
Say what again? You doing okay?
I'm like doing the one-eyed Willy. I'm like, I think I need to go to bed.
Phil's completely acting like everything's normal, but knows that they have now like 3 noses.
I think
Nose.
I think I need some water.
It's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Johnny,
What's up, darling?
are we doing the interviews today or tomorrow?
Well, you're very drunk. Do you feel good about your mental faculties?
I always feel good about my mental faculties. It's one of my flaws.
No. Well, I don't feel good about your mental faculties.
So tomorrow then.
Yeah.
I mean, well, hold on. Don't you contact a potential employee with like a, hey, come tomorrow? You're just gonna go to people's houses? What's that gonna?
We'll let people know. She said she has applicants. Let them know.
I will let them all know to show up tomorrow at the same time so we can make them see each other and wait.
Oh, the old intimidation tactic. It's a
Power move.
power move. I respect that.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait, so are we using magic on them to find out their dark secrets before we hire them, or no?
I think probably not. That might
Okay.
be a bad first impression. We should wait to let them
Oh,
know
they're-
how much trauma runs around here.
They're
I
not
mean,
gonna-
zone of truth, though, right?
Oh, yeah. They could just walk into it. They won't even know it's there.
Right.
And with my magic, y'all know, I mean, I can do magic without anyone seeing it, so.
Super comforting, that.
Yeah. Most of the times I've ever cast spells, y'all didn't even see it. It's great.
I could cast this old Zone of Truth tomorrow. I'll be the bouncer helper.
Why don't we just talk to them first? Maybe have them attempt some sort of routine, depending on
Okay.
what they're interested in doing, and then we can talk about the whole magic thing.
All right.
Instead of 2 extra noses, still now has sets of eyes just going down their face.
Fuck me.
Should I bring a gun to the interview?
I think you should.
Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm like staring directly at Syl, but like, I think you should bring the gun, but don't use it.
Just set it on the table for the implicit.
Yeah.
I meant keep it on your way.
No, one. Here's what you do when they ask. You like, I want as the house we get 20%,
Right.
and then they're like, no, you get 15. You just subtly put the gun down,
Yes.
and then they change their tune.
Wait, what
Yes.
kind of business are we running?
I'm sorry.
Well, there's going to be a sort of like bar, rest. Are we serving food or is it just drinks?
Well,
I
yeah,
think it's just drinks,
I
right?
don't know. No, can
Well,
we
it could be
cook?
like bar food. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Bar
yeah.
food. There we go.
You guys
Drinks,
like
bar
snack
food.
Bacon.
Didn't you make when we
Snack
made
bacon.
bacon? Didn't you cook something once, right,
Ooh.
Johnny?
Johnny
John-
made scones.
You made scones.
We're just gonna buy everything local and then sell it at 10% markup.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh,
Yeah. It's what
so
you do.
bar food
Bar food, drinks,
Sex. and well, the bar food is snacks.
I said sex.
Oh, sex.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
that.
that's me.
Sex and snacks. Plot twist: Johnny and I are the snacks.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Nice.
go to bed now.
No, you can't go to bed. It's like 4 p.m.
You need some more water.
Okay.
We should do something, except for not.
But what? You don't want to do drugs. You don't want to play a game.
Or do interviews. So what do we got? Either we go shopping.
I think I learned something very valuable last night, and I can't remember what it was.
Oh, wait. You learned.
I didn't learn specifically, but I learned something good.
Yeah.
And I didn't take
and
a
you-
note.
And then you gave away all of my associates.
Yeah,
Correct.
it is
Oh,
that
yeah,
selling
that was
people
awesome.
out is hella lucrative, is what you learned.
Huh?
You learned that selling people out is hella lucrative.
I did, but I thought like there was like, I know because you don't know the thing, but you, Ty, don't know the thing. But I thought I got like one little thread, maybe? No? Okay.
No, you did get a thread. But I couldn't tell you what it is.
Okay, great.
I know we as a group found out that Schemo sold everything out to Manchun.
Well, yeah.
You have that. What do you have any even? Do you know where the quilt that you're pulling this thread is from? Something, just nothing.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Well, thankfully everything is recorded, so.
Maybe I mean, honestly, well, I didn't write it down, so maybe not.
Yeah, from Barnabas, you learned that they are doing a crackdown on the Zentarum, trying to round everyone up. You sold a bunch of people out.
That's right. I didn't actually learn anything about.
Yeah, I don't think you learned anything about the future. Super important.
Okay.
Whatever quilt that thread is from, Johnny fucked on it.
Johnny fucked that
You're
quilt.
damn right.
Yeah, was it just that you got? I was trying to listen to it now, but I can't.
I should listen to it now.
Was it just that he would assist you you gave him information that he would provide assistance and information to you
Yes,
that might be pertinent or useful.
that's right. For finding the golden construct.
You
There
just
it
made
is.
a deal.
All right, that's right.
Correct.
It was just
That
like
was
it was a way that we might get something for it. Okay,
That's
good.
right.
So now that I'm
He's
done,
kind of like an informant.
right? Yeah. Now I flipped him so good. God, I'm so good at Johnny. Can we just love me? I'm really good at Johnny. Let's be honest here, people. I literally flipped the Watchful Order of the Magus to my favor. Like,
You sure did.
played him.
Fucking him real good.
Yeah, fucked it right out of him. Anyway, it doesn't say a lot of great things about me, but here we are.
Says you're very good at talking to people.
And fucking them. No.
Yeah, that's talking question mark.
Oh, hey, Critical Bard. What a great time for you to show up.
I'm sorry. Can I say except I'm sorry?
So what are we doing then? Are we going to like play a game? Are we going to do the old zone of truth? Let's do drugs. What are we doing?
We take a quick naps a day, so we do 9 interviews. Really anything, but
I'm working
Either
up to something here.
What are you working up to?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't know.
all right. Sil, you got anything, or is it evening nap and we do something in the later on? We do drugs now. What's your vote?
I mean, what are our drug options? Let's just understand what our options are.
Drug master. And he points at
I don't.
Magpie.
Oh.
I distributed all of the drugs. You all have all the drugs except for my own personal stash of Xanax that I kept.
The only one I remember is Bind. I really don't remember any of the other ones.
I think you got
That's
some
We
razor
just all
dust.
have some Xanax.
Okie dokie.
There is some razor dust around.
Oh boy, howdy.
No. I've already had my run-in with that kind of thing.
Don't any of you like have something you wanna do? Jerok's gone. What do we do with our lives now?
Either we just be sad, or we do something else.
Fuck, we're so stuck right now. I have one thing I have two things that I want to do. I have two things, but
Well, what are they?
One of them is Hamish.
yeah,
Right.
correct.
I mean, we're aware of that, but what's the other thing? Is it also Hamish?
No,
But in a different position.
no, I wish. Well, maybe later. I lied. There it is. I lied.
You do want to take a nap?
Could you be more specific?
I mean, there are a lot of lies that come out of your mouth. What do you mean specifically?
These ones you don't know. These ones I'm too good at.
What do you mean by that?
I love that we're feeling humble.
The game's the game. Jerok's gone, and I'd like to be a quarter of the person he thought I was. That night, that night I told you all about my friends and the people I lost, and they died. That's all true, except for maybe not, and we'll get that to that in a minute. With Braxtel, my lover, I lied. I wasn't there for him. When he got sick, I hid from him. I disappeared into the city. I surrounded myself with powerful people who made sure he couldn't come near me. And I didn't try to save him. I abandoned him the moment he got sick. Yeah. I lied.
Did you care about him at all? Before he got sick?
tried.
You tried to care about him, but you couldn't.
Yeah.
Have you
So-
ever cared for anyone besides yourself?
No. Not until I met Hamish.
Hamish is like half leaned over on the bar, propping himself up. That's
Still has
nice.
removed the extra eyes from their face, by the way.
Good, good. Thank you.
Thank you for that narrative beat.
You're welcome.
Very important.
Hey, we don't need that bogging this down.
6 eyes and 3 mouths. Did you trust anyone?
God damn it.
How do you trust anyone?
It's just a giant mimic mouth. It's fine.
Just horrifying. Why didn't you try to save? You tried to save the others, though, right?
No, I lied.
That was a lie too.
Yeah.
So you just watch the people around you that were part of your group, your organization, that you pretended to care about them, and and the moment that they fell ill, you just stood by? Did you pretend to try to find out what was wrong, or did you just do nothing?
I was wrapped up with some pretty rich, powerful people. I was kind of the stud of the year, or years, as it were. I was unbelievably wealthy because of it. The amount, I mean, I didn't charge 2 gold a fuck back then. I was charging hundreds and sometimes thousands. But I didn't. I mean, I'm not a complete asshole. I tried to heal them when I would visit them, but the healing didn't work. And so I ran, and I'd keep eyes on him. I don't know, maybe I cared a little because I did try. There wasn't anything I could do, so I gave up. I spent all my money. God, I spent all my money. And I moved into an abandoned house. And after a little while, I met you all. I'm a terrible person. I've been so beautiful, talented, perfect my whole life. I thought everyone was beneath me. But the truth is, I'm the lowest of the low.
Well, you're not 100% wrong. Some of them are now 6 feet beneath you.
Yep.
Oh, Johnny. I don't think you're a terrible person, but I think you've done terrible things. But I don't think you're a terrible person. If you were, you wouldn't be telling us this now. You would have just maintained your lie and left it at that.
That's true. Or used mind magic whenever people started to find out. Because as it turns out, one of them is still alive. That's something I never thought I'd say.
Well, do you know who they are? Do you want to find them? How do you know this? What?
The documents that I pulled from that related to the outbreak. Georgia, the halfling. She's in a coma. She's not
That's
dead.
the one that you said, I remind you of.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what are the fucking odds? She's smart. She's calculating.
Do you want to go to her?
I have no idea where she is. I'm assuming she's in that facility if she's under a coma.
Did those documents say anything about how, if there was any way to fix what was going on, if it was done intentionally or anything? Did you find anything else interesting, useful?
I don't think so. I'll hand them all the documents. I'm like, look at them yourselves. The facility was, I believe, just trying to prevent it. It was some other unnamed assholes who were using experiments and trying to create a weaponized something or other, I think. But that was all I could understand.
Let me double check what I sent you. Matthew W.
Well, Johnny, thank you.
Miwa! Thank you!
Critical Bard and Vox Phenomenon. That's awesome, Miwa. Thank you.
I mean, I think it gives them out random.
Well, yeah, it's based
Thank
on
you so
certain things.
much for gifting subs. It means so much.
Miwa, you're the best, honey. Buddy, I should say. Johnny.
Aww.
What you I didn't send it to you. I think I said it in the chat when I was in Vegas, unfortunately. But
Well,
I think I remember pretty well. Like, I don't know who did it. The place was trying to stop it. They were basically like trying to weaponize the thing.
You don't know that there was another. What you got from that document is something did it, you didn't know anything about other organizations,
Right?
Or whether it was them. You just know something went wrong.
Okay.
There was a disease that was kind of spread to the slums,
Right.
however it did with what your role gave you, kind of spread down to the slums, and there were several people that presented in different ways. Georgia did present like she was dying, but she was actually in a coma, and they had her. They took her to the facility.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that she's still there.
Can I find Tomrin somewhere?
As far as you know, he's still working at the Simo's old shop. He's set up there. I think you guys pretty much gifted it to him, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, more
Sure.
or less.
Yeah. You assume he would be there then?
We can try to get Tomrin to help with that.
Yeah. I'm feeling real gun shy about going back to that facility. It's dangerous.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. One day later, I think the security is still going to be maybe jacked up a little bit.
Yeah. She's been in a coma for years now. She can wait a little longer. Maybe we try to track down Rhea, who is Nim's lover.
Right.
And, open our business to our interviews.
I don't want it lost on us right now that I think we just grew a little bit closer. And I think it's important to recognize that, particularly since the best of us is now gone.
I'm going to stand up towards Mixed Magpie. Mixed Magpie, can I give you a hug?
Yes, darling, I thought you'd never ask. And I will give Johnny a very big hug.
And then I will lean back. Can I give you a peck on the cheek?
Of course.
Mwah!
And I will do the same. And as we part, I will open my hand and cast thaumaturgy so that tiny little fireworks go off in the shape of a heart.
Sorry, I lied.
It's not that hard. It's incredibly hard. It's terrible. It's actually the worst. But thank you.
I'm sorry I've used mind magic on a couple of you. Or tried
Excuse
to.
me?
You've done what now?
I mean, they weren't successful most of the time. But I can just do magic without it being perceived. And
I can't be mad.
I will cast Subtle Spell, Agonizar's Scorcher, and I will shoot just fire randomly outward.
Great great! So all the work that I've been having put into this place is
I don't
now
blast
on
the
fire.
wall. I just.
A quick burst
Yeah.
that doesn't actually light anything on
Yeah.
fire.
Except the alcohol.
I assume you shoot it. not
Flaming
towards the
shots.
So I just
Just
I
kidding.
just do like a little blast upward or something, halvesies.
Yeah.
But with like out moving, completely imperceptible casting.
Okay, well, that was a surprise.
Yeah, and I could do that with all my magic, my mind magic, and everything.
Impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but I got it.
My name's Johnny, and I was just born like this.
Right.
It's
Oof.
so true.
Hamish Hamish has now taken off all of his armor that's just scattered around the stool. He's got his kind of like blue and white robes that are underneath. He's just like clutching his sword. There's still blood on it. I'm gonna take a nap. Just a little nap. I'll be back down for interviews or whatever later. Is that okay?
Hamish, are you okay?
I'm great. And he looks to you, watching your exchange with Johnny, and he also uses thaumaturgy, but his heart is all fucked.
Oh.
Not the shape it should be at all.
Oh boy, howdy!
Still grows extra mouths on their face and just looks at Hamish. Are you feeling all right? They all say at once.
No.
And he uses his sword like a sort of a paddle boat and tries to climb up the stairs.
You should drink some water.
I don't believe you.
You have gills. You need more than the rest of us.
He half listens to you as he begins to abscond to his room.
I'm going to go over to the bar and grab 2 glasses of water and say, I'm going to go take care of my boy.
But those should both go to him.
Yeah,
You should drink one for yourself first.
Yeah, I don't need water. And I'm going to walk upstairs.
Of course you don't. Why would you need anything?
Okay, let's start with Magpie and Silt first. What are you guys doing?
I'm removing the extra mouths from my face.
Smart.
Terrible.
just changeling things. So, I push another glass of water towards you.
Thank you. I'm really proud of Johnny for doing that. I think that's really nice.
I just kind of, just when I start to be able to feel like I can let some of my guard down, maybe do a little trusting.
But I think you can. He was just honest with us. He just shared some pretty fucked up shit that he said and shared that it was all lies. None of us are particularly great. I wouldn't say that, but I think we're all trying at this point.
Are
And
you
I
sure he's not just trying to manipulate us into doing something that will help him?
Quite frankly, if he were anyone else, I probably would think that. But I don't think.
Magical, I'm fantastic at everything. I can mess with your mind without you even knowing it. Johnny, you're sure that because he told the truth on this one time, that he had these... He made that entire display when I was at my most vulnerable with all of you. That entire display. A complete fabrication. And I'm still not entirely sure why or what he was wanting out of that. But you're sure that, Johnny, and by telling us now that all was a fabrication, that you're sure that means that he's not now manipulating us?
I, first of all, think that he said those things that night because he didn't, well, 2 reasons. I don't think he trusted us either. And second, if you were at your most vulnerable, if you were in that headspace, why would he then share, oh, you all remind me of these people that I abandoned? That doesn't come off great either. So
None of it comes off great.
No, but here we are. We've all done some pretty stupid, terrible, awful shit.
I'm just gonna. How much does Syl actually believe? Well, actually, no. What I'm gonna say instead is, he just admitted that the only person that he's cared about ever is Hamish. My name and yours were not thrown in there. Neither was Jerok's. So if he doesn't care about Jerok, why would he care so much to come forward because he wants to be the kind of person Jerok thinks he is? Why would it affect him in that way? How does that make sense?
Do you care about us?
That's not what we're talking about right now.
I'm
saying-
saying.
You all helped me in a way that I never wanted to need.
Also,
Of course, I care about you.
I care about you too. But what he said, what came out of his mouth was actually he didn't care about anyone until he met Hamish. And I think if he actually didn't care about us, he wouldn't have told the truth. Because you often lie to people you don't trust or care about.
How can we be sure that that is the truth this time?
Because it would be really stupid to lie about both of those things. I don't think he's that dumb. I just don't. I think he's manipulative, but I don't think he's that dumb. And frankly, I have to try to stop not trusting the people I'm going to work with and sleep under the same roof with, because it's exhausting. I want one space where I feel like I can trust it to an extent the people that I'm with. So I'm going to have to go out on a limb with this one and trust him, because I'm exhausted with doing the other thing. And I support whatever it is that you decide. I don't think that you should have to trust him yet. If you want to keep your guard up around him, then I think that you should do that, because I think we have to come to this all in our own ways. We're all going to do it differently. And frankly, right now, I think we're all a little sad that our Jerok isn't here anymore, that he's gone to the maw of some hell hound. And as shitty as I was to him, Jerok was a good man. And he deserved better.
I believe he meant well in everything he tried to do. Sure did come across strong sometimes, but
Yeah.
I think he meant well.
Well, I'm going to go have a little nap. You are welcome to join in a safe platonic manner. But I leave it in your capable hands.
I think I'm going to try to get some work done here.
Alrighty, but be nice to yourself.
All right, and you return to your dungeon to take a quick nap.
Yeah.
Johnny, let's go to you. You are making your way up the stairs.
Yes.
And you see Hamish. Hamish is outside of a room he hasn't been in a very while, the room that him and Jerok had shared for a while. And he's just kind of leaning on his sword, looking in.
I brought you a glass of water.
As you approach, he takes a second, and you look in as well, and you see in the room is disheveled, and there are just claw marks everywhere, just tearing up the ground. The pillow and the bedding is shredded, and the dresser is destroyed.
Gonna look around very carefully. Ah. So he was struggling a little.
Yeah, I think so. And he turns to you and sips the water, still using the sword as a crutch.
I'm gonna look around. You don't have to stay here.
No, I don't think I should.
No, I don't think you should either. I'm gonna pull him gently away and shut whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, you shut the door, and you two both make it up to your room on the top floor.
When I get there, I'm going to begin drawing a bath.
Okay. You do.
As the water runs, I'm gonna kind of look back, and I'm going to begin to undress, and I'm gonna say, Hamish, I don't know why I did this, but I hope it's okay what I said down there.
Hey, I told you. Listen, I told you from the get-go. The reason I like you is because your honesty. And maybe this one took a little, just a scotch longer than the others. But your openness and your forwardness is what draw me to you in the first place.
Now in my bathrobe, I'm going to approach Hamish and take both of his hands and touch them to his own chest. I need you to clear yourself of this drunkenness. Lesser restoration. You still got it?
He looks, his cheeks, whatever his face looks like blushing, says, I did get rid of it this morning to get the healing word back. I'm sorry. I did do that.
You ruined it, Hamish.
If you expect anything, if you expect too much from me, if you don't expect too much from me, you might not be let down. I heard that from a bard once.
It's one of my favorite songs, actually. Actually, one of my favorite songs. I am going to lead Hamish over to the bath and say, let's get you cleaned up. You are a mess. You're a bloody mess.
It's fair. He pops in the bath after taking off the robe, which is all he had left on the sword.
I'm just gonna stand you next to the bath. I'm not gonna sit you there. I'm gonna cast Shape Water.
Okay.
Into kind of different shapes. Little devils, little imps, little horses, little spiders, and just clean you off with the Shape Water spell. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm actually not even going to have to cast it. I'm gonna use Subtle Spell, Shape Water, and bring you in for a big old kiss as I clean you off with Shape Water.
Hamish is especially drunk. He is enthralled by this display, and just doesn't say anything, just eyes wide, and kisses you. Yeah, kisses you afterward.
I have no idea what I'm doing anymore, and the Shape Water is still going. But I know that I care about you.
And I care about you too, and I appreciate the honesty. How about I get that restoration back? Brawny hunters, go. I don't remember the phrase. It's been a couple hours and I'm drunk. We just lay down, take a nice naked nap, see how we feel later.
Okay. And do you want to, whenever you get sobered up, do you want to meet me down by the docks at midnight?
Yeah, I think I can handle that.
Perfect. Nap time it is then.
Okay. And they fall asleep together naked. Anything else you, Syl and Magpie, would like to do before this kind of day is closed?
So, at some point, either Syl's going to go and busy themselves with trying to do some more work around the place and clear their head a bit.
What kind of work you...
And-
Go ahead.
Well, it's mostly just busy work, just nothing extremely productive because they're very,
Okay.
very
Sure.
distracted and processing, but does not want to sit still while doing so. And then walks down to the door of Mix Magpie's dungeon and just sort of knocks with a glass of water.
I probably would have heard that because I went downstairs and didn't go directly to sleep.
Okay.
So I will go upstairs and poke my head out. Hi.
Hi. So, look, I can't do any work. I can't focus properly. You asked earlier, because we were on the subject of whether or not any of us care about each other. And I said, yes, I care about all of you because you all helped me. And that's partially true. I mean, that is true. It's inherently true. I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for the rest of you. And that means a lot to me. But I've also never had any sort of relationship that's beyond... I mean, listen, I've barely had any relationships that were platonic, let alone anything that went beyond that. And I know that I care about you, and I don't know quite how. But I know that I felt a little bit sad when you had invited me to spend some time with you, and then I turned around and Jerok went with you instead. I don't really feel that comfortable around all of this. So just kind of points to all of your dungeoneering. I mean, I've had a very was raised in captivity and conditioned. And that's not a thing I'd ever like to go back to. That's not my particular fantasy. And that's why I didn't revert to, my natural state last night. I just felt more comfortable being something else.
Well, I think, I mean, there's many things I want to say right now, actually. That's the real truth. I think that whatever it was that Jerok and I sort of experienced, if you want to call it that, was more that I'm not good at trusting any sort of men. That's where my terrible history comes from. And Jerok was the only one who was ever honest with me about anything that he carried inside of him. So I think that I found some level of safety there. I abused that, but that's my own cross to bear. And to be completely fair, I was sad when you didn't come down. And that was ages ago. It felt like ages ago. And if you don't ever feel comfortable down there, then I don't ever want you to feel pressured to come down there. That's not right. Especially if just seeing it makes you uncomfortable. So I guess I'll be the one to go out on the limb here and say, if you want me to come upstairs with you, so we are away from the dungeon, then I think that would be nice. But you don't have to say yes.
Will you at least drink this glass of water first?
Yes, thank you. God's bless.
Let's get you a nap.
Okay, but where am I napping?
Let's go.
Okay.
And you two head upstairs for the nap in Sill's room. We're going to cut to
nap.
The nap.
the deep nap. We're going to cut to about 9 p.m. Johnny, I'm assuming you've left for the docks.
I need to know if Mix Magpie and Sil kissed or not.
Wasn't said, my friend. I'm sorry. To be continued.
Son of a...
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
Also, huge thank you to Straticus
Yes!
for the raid. Holy shit.
Sorry, I was trying not to
Yes.
interrupt the scene there. It was tense. But thank you so much.
Love you.
Oh, we love you.
All right.
I miss you.
Okay.
It's around 9 p.m. Are you gone, Johnny, for the docks?
Yeah, I would make my way to the water.
Okay, you are by the docks. Hamish wakes up around 10. Sobered now after a nap. He goes downstairs. He grabs some stuff. And he walks to the nearest courier. And he begins writing a note. And the note reads, "I'm sorry we didn't get more of a goodbye. And I'm not sure what's going to come next for you. But I believe you can do it. And with these, you're never going to see him coming." And he slips his boots of elvenkind in a package. And says, "Courier, I need you to go to the forest. You're going to find a big guy, the cloak, a very fancy symbol on his back that says Brawny Hunters. You're going to give him this. And then you're going to give him a fist bump from me." And he pays his 2 gold and makes his way to the docks. And that's where we'll end tonight.
We're ending before the ducks?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to
Start with D6.
What?
Come on
We're
now.
starting.
Wah!
Starting midnight. We're gonna start with sex
We're
next episode.
starting with the fucking. Oh,
Tom
God.
Brand.
That's my opener.
Yeah, be prepared. The opener next week, everybody.
The
How you
opener.
draw 'em in?
No.
Come back to see the reenactment of The Shape of Water.
What the fuck?
Shape is in the shape of a penis.
Is that a cold open? Thank you, Miwa.
Hang on. Oh, thank you for the bits, Miwa.
Thank you.
Sorry. Hamish just gave that note to a career. At the docks.
Yeah, that courier.
No, not at the docks.
From again.
No, he went to
Oh.
Courier. No, he went to Courier in the city. He
And
didn't
then
go
he
to the
went
docks
to the
first.
docks.
Yeah, he went to the docks afterward. It was 10, so he still had a little bit of time. It didn't take 2 hours to walk. So did that first, gave his boots of elven kind to the courier and the note, and then left.
My favorite part of this is that no one knows what kind of sex just is about to go down. You'll
Oh.
have to be back
What
next
is
week.
this? What is this?
Next week will be 40 minutes of sex narration, and that's where we get our sponsorship from Pornhub. Please join us.
No!
This
I'm
is
so
Let it.
glad.
Hashtag on the Twitter
Nope.
that DragonHeisters
No.
Nope. Not a thing.
Pornhub.
You'll see at least
Not a thing.
Chris.
find out who has 3 next
I'm
week.
really excited to get to DM that next week.
Boy,
Oh,
howdy.
God. Chris, buddy.
Buddy!
Hey.
Can we all just real quick throw up some heart hands and some applause
There
and
you
just
go.
some showers of love over to Chris, who sadly is not going to be able to continue joining us for DragonHeisters due to scheduling. But
Yeah,
we love you, buddy.
saying bye is hard.
Ugh.
So for this week, we're gonna do favorite moment. We'll do a sign off. Favorite moment from the game, and then favorite episode or favorite moment from Jerok from this entire campaign.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm Ty. You can find me here and Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. I am here. I'm on the Mythos Mystery Society, where we'll be playing a game late tonight. The first one ran by Chris. Very first one ran by Chris. Should be exciting. And all of our episodes are now available on Apple Podcasts. We have quite a few, variety of systems, variety of DMs. It's a good time. My favorite moment from tonight. I mean, I like the note from. I mean, mine was obviously the note from Jerok. That was a great moment. That was good. It was good and sad.
Yeah.
My favorite moment from Jerok from the campaign. I think using the hammer to bash in the Jiraiya's skull for almost no reason.
Yeah.
Escalated the situation to 13 when it was at
A
a
little bit of violence.
He was already down and out, but no, just the blood everywhere for no reason. One of my favorites. Let's go to Chris.
Yeah, my name's Chris. You can't find me here anymore, but you'll find me elsewhere.
Oh.
I hope to
It
be back
hurts.
someday. Yep, someday doing something. But it was always great. Everyone's awesome. Tonight, just saying goodbye was great. Not having to be weird or like he dies randomly. You know,
Well,
was it? Well, he could. Well, yeah. There's a lot going on there. But hopefully you'll actually get to find out down the road, which would be really great. But favorite Jerok moment? What a fun character to play. What a mess. What a time to sit there and it's like, ooh, yeah, no, I would just like every other character I ever have would just play cool, but he's gonna be just unnecessarily violent. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah, what do you do? Oh, I kill him. Why are you killing him? It's too late.
Fucking yikes.
But his friends were great, and he just, I don't know, so chummy. He was so easy to make friends with people too. So a real puppy, a
Is
violent
that a
puppy.
favorite moment? Where's your favorite moment?
I said my favorite one probably his friends, but I don't know. I wasn't ready for this.
It's
I
all right.
like how moment is
While you're
friends.
thinking about it, I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
one more.
Well,
While you're thinking about it, not only do we have a game this Wednesday with Chris DMing, this Saturday we also have a game in a very new system starring Chris, Tom and Dave Bruno, and Emma with a very new system on Mythos Mystery Society for
It's
teens in
terrifying.
space.
Oh
With a
boy.
bunch of-
the worst.
a
Man.
bunch of terrible garbage teens on an escort ship
Oh no.
And it's gonna be a hot mess.
It
boy.
sure is.
I'm
Good
playing
fucking
Bob the
luck,
Blub. Bob the Blub.
Emma,
boy.
Emma, you're a brave soul.
You are.
Yeah.
Taking the hit on this one, yeah.
You don't even know, Matt. Wait till you find out. It's gonna be a good time.
It's not.
I thought of a favorite Jerok moment was probably when we found the Nimble Right, and he looked like a hat rack, and we needed to get out of there. So I picked him up, and I ring of jumping left, and I went to a haberdashery, and I bought hats to put hats on him to make him look like a hat rack as a disguise. That was a stupid moment that I don't know if I ever would have thought of not playing the character. So there you go. And now I go to Emma.
That's me. Hello. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. Follow me there to find out. There's like a bunch of stuff coming up. We just did character creation for Hellbind. That starts in 2 weeks. I'm in Ravnica's on Mondays over on Variant Roles. I'm here on Tuesdays. I will also be here next Wednesday for the Animal Helper charity stream. And on Sundays, Matthew and I are in Goth Brunch over on Variant Roles. I launched a blog this week, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff going on there, so please check it out, and keep an eye out for a bunch of cool upcoming things. And Alexis and I are in a werewolf one-shot coming up, right? That's in like 2 weeks as well.
I can't remember the date right now. It's in my calendar somewhere.
It's the last week of August, first week of September on a Thursday, maybe, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So my favorite moment tonight, or my favorite Jerok, is it favorite Jerok moment tonight?
Cool. It's favorite moment tonight and then favorite Jerok moment for the whole game.
Okay, so my favorite moment tonight, I really enjoyed listening to all of the ways that Jerok said goodbye to everyone. But I think no, it was the actual moment that Jerok left. That actually hit me right in the gut. That was tragic, and it made me so sad, but it was so good. It was really well done. I think my favorite Jerok moment from the time that I have been here. Okay, so I have like two. One of them is when the very first time I met Jerok, because it was precious, and it was like, oh boy, Magpie was like, oh good, I can exploit the shit out of him. But as Emma, it was like, oh, this little bud. And then I think also the moment when Jerok started talking about his history, when he was nailing all of the chains and whips hanging from my ceiling in my dungeon. And he was talking about this absolutely tragic backstory with such frankness that was when I really started to have a better understanding of like the layers of Jerok and what an absolutely tragic and sweet character. And I'm gonna miss the shit out of him. On to you, Matthew.
Matthew W. Foreman.
Hey, that's me. It's me, folks. Matthew Foreman at Matthew W. Foreman Twitter. Just so y'all know, Ghost of the Machine is on hiatus for 10 weeks. And then Big Boy Season this week is on Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Central, because my players have esports commitments. So check that out on Thursday. Also, as a reminder, since I didn't mention earlier, I am designing my own Powered by the Apocalypse hack, and I'm actually going to need playtesters for it sooner than you'd think.
I would do it.
Because I was told, or the creator of Monster of the Week suggested to do playtesting very early. He start with like one move and just playtest it. So we'll be doing that early. So my favorite moment from tonight. Listen, not to be selfish, but it was Shape of Water. I chose that. I chose a goddamn cantrip for love. God damn it. Top it, bitches. And I've been sitting on that one for a while to choose that. My favorite Jerok moment ever. I mean, I'll just say I do have a very specific moment, but I will also say that Jerok was a really good character. I know that Chris changed the voice the very last minute, and I think that was because Chris. I think you won. You might have just defaulted into being you, but two, I think you could sense how shitty we were all gonna be, and you're like, this party needs a comic relief.
That's exactly what happened.
You're like,
exactly the second.
Because you're like, I'm going to be all dark and broody, and then we're like cranking it up to 90, and you're like, fuck, never mind. But my absolute singular favorite moment would have been when I oiled Jerok up, because that was a really good, that was a lot of fun. That whole scene. So,
Great.
Jerok's a good boy.
Oh, that brings us to me. I'm Alexis. You can find me at Vox Venato. I live here. You can find me on the Twitter. I so I do all the graphics, most of the graphics, I should say, because now Matthew did his own overlay for this past week, which was very lovely. But I do a large portion of the graphics for Dice Priori, and I recently launched I opened up commissions, so DM me on Twitter if that's a thing that you're interested in. Or also, I just launched a Ko-fi, so if you'd like to support my work, I'm trying to upgrade my graphics for my computer, and I want to buy I need to buy a new wood burner. So things like that. If you want to help towards that, please go and check out my Ko-fi. It's on my Twitter. Also, as we were talking about with Ghost of the Machine being on hiatus coming up, I am going to be running on one of those Wednesdays that we are on hiatus. On September 11th, I'm going to be running a charity stream to benefit the Feel Good Foundation, so first responders. And in it, we have some of the wonderful people who are in our chat tonight, plus the illustrious Matthew Foreman, who is right over here. We have Critical Bard, we have Happy Capster, who you have seen in chat as well, and Maya from Legends of Evantris, and Mackenzie, who was on Straticus, who did lovely rate us earlier. Did lovely, yeah, that's a phrase I just put together now. Anyway, so that I'm really looking forward to. Please come by for that. It will be a Taldore one-shot, and it's basically my love letter to Taldore. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, my favorite moment from tonight was probably, there were so many. Oh no, we lost Ty again. My favorite moment was probably when Syl started to really like break, let those barriers down with Mixed Magpie. That was a very good moment. Oh wow. Yeah. And favorite Jerok moment ever. I mean, I have a lot, but just I want to honorable mention first say the very first moment he started talking and that voice came out. But honestly, I really enjoyed a lot of the moments that were already mentioned. So I will go with the conversation that Jerok and Syl had about, culture and, trying to be nice and learn about other people. And it was very sweet. And for all of that, we will forever have Mountain Breakfast as a permanent cocktail on the menu at Jerok's place or whatever we end up naming that manor. So, thank you again to Chris for being here. Oh, the meat pie scene was really great too. Yeah, Miwa, absolutely. And when you found deep food.
There were just like a lot of really great scenes with Jerok.
When you went to the whip shop, not
The
whip
stick
shop, but like the shop where you bought the whip. Boy howdy, that was a scene.
A shop without me.
I don't know, because you keep rolling natural 20s, and we have to create these stores. Ugh, I don't know. Like, let me tell you, running shopping episodes is going to be easier.
That's
Will
I
it
know that.
though?
I mean, maybe.
Mhm.
But thank you all so much for joining us. Sorry that our frames are a little out of whack right now. We lost Ty again. Thank you again to Chris for being here for so much of this journey. Thank all of you. I thank all of you. Thank you so much for the raids, the